Hari Om, Namaste. Welcome to this Sanatana Dharma series. Another topic which is very controversial today is taken up. It is regarding Tantra, the pros and cons of Tantra, and it is purely exploring the other side from the sadhana perspective. Okay, so let me first tell you some points which are very important before we probe into the subject. It is like a disclaimer because I am no one to talk about Tantra. I'm not a tantric myself. I have never practiced Tantra. I've never been with any tantric people or practices, but I have an understanding about these ways because of my guru, because of my lineage, and my own family, my own my father and my relatives. So, what the knowledge they have given me, what understanding I have developed through comparing these things, I'm just trying to present it here. Okay, and this was like a question was made by my students who are learning Sanskrit from me, chanting sadhana ways and some basic things of Sanatana Dharma. So they have asked me, is Tantra good? Is Tantra bad? Or what we are all seeing around us on the name of Tantra, is it all correct? Is it all practicable at all? Like we find lot of negativity which is around the word Tantra and the those things. Is it right? Is it wrong? So I just wanted, I could not stop myself. I wanted to share my thinking that has been inside me since a long, long time. Like I have been like collecting my thoughts, collecting my own attitude. I was trying to form my own idea about Tantra, what it is not. But let me make it clear that I am not going to explain anything about Tantra directly, but as a comparative aspect with the right ways. That is like Kaulachara, Vamachara, many terms are there. We'll come to know about them very slowly. So this is not an explanation. I'm not giving you an exposition about Tantra. What are tantric ways? How tantrics do it? What are the consequences of those things? I'm not talking in those terms, but it is purely a comparative study with the. It's purely personal. It's comparative study with sadhana ways, and it's purely a personal view that I'm going to present. Okay, so I have discussed far and wide with some tantrics and some non-tantrics as well. Some other, general people who are not tantrics who go in the mainliners with mainliners. So I have developed these ideas based on these discussions, very long ones, of course. Okay. Then I have read some websites and some books, some basic books on Tantra and have developed. I have bought some books, I have read them, and some websites give some idea about Tantra. Some tantric talks were there on YouTube. So all these kinds of information and from different sources, and then comparing with my own methods, uh, that which I follow. It's not my method, means I have not developed them. So they are from the mainline non-tantric ways. Okay, so I just compared with them, and then I found these things. Whatever I found them, I'm going to share them with you. Okay, so this is after some self-thought, deep self-thought and contemplation for a long, long time. I have developed this thinking, which I'm going to share with you. So this is a disclaimer before this, before I enter. So please don't charge me with saying that, oh, what does she know about Tantra? What eligibility have you got with sharing such a knowledge? So I myself, I'm saying that yes, I have a zero knowledge in the practical Tantra things. Okay, I'm no one actually, but I want to help out people with some kind of uh, value, like value adding to their perception, some kind of practically advancing in life with Tantra, whether it is okay, whether it is not. I just wanted to give some kind of direction to them. And I'm trying this in the pure, very pure, uh, personally, and what you call as an experiment, some kind of help I wanted to extend to them, I'm doing it. Okay. So let me ask some basic questions, which I asked myself. Okay. Let me ask these basic questions. Is there an end to lust in human life? Human life is full of greed for lot of things, like we want physical pleasures in many kinds. Okay. We want good food. There is no end to any kind of lust that we have got. Money, beauty, okay, and power, and control over others. So anything, take any aspect. Is there an end to it? When we crave for certain thing, do we say, do our mind say, is it enough? No, it didn't happen in my life, at least. In my own life, my mind never said enough for money. My mind never said enough for food. I want to eat different kinds of food every day. I have a lust for enjoyment, moving out to places, visit here, there. It never ends. I'm not talking about positive things in life for which I crave, or negative things in life which if we bifurcate them, then if we at all bifurcate, this is good, this is bad, then I agree at this to this question. My answer is a no for good and bad things. Okay. If I have a bifurcation, even for good things, there is no end. For example, I want to work for a good cause. Then never does my mind feel that, oh, I have worked enough, now I should rest. I never have that. So that is, I found that there is no end to lust in human life. Then when I met a tantric with all kinds of questions in my mind, is a tantric doing exactly what he preaches as a theory? So where the thing starts is, the first question is related to that. The discussion starts with Tantra is all about bhoga and moksha, that is enjoyment and liberation together. So they take Shiva, Shakti examples and they tell all these things. So in their lives, when they are practicing Tantra and all this, I'm talking about the practical life, not tantric affected life. Okay, tantra affected part, the puja, the diksha, mantras, I'm not talking about them. What a tantric practically does in his life, does it match with the theory? Like bhoga, moksha going together, all that. Okay. My answer is a no. I didn't find a tantric doing that. Okay. Though I have explored few of them, uh, my answer is a no. Is there a peaceful look in the eyes of any tantric? This is my next question. I asked it myself when I was surrounded by a lot of like tantric atmosphere recently. Okay, then I asked myself, I just looked very deep into each tantric's eyes when they were speaking to me, when they were doing their sadhana, when they were like indulged into their activities of japa and all these, like whatever they do. At that time also I watched them. I didn't find a peaceful look even in one of them. Even in one of them. I'm sorry to say this, but the answer is no. For me at least. I have not seen. If you have seen, you're a very lucky person. Okay. Then, can Tantra do without the five makaras? The Tantric himself told me a no. I don't know if there is a yes for this, the five makaras that they say. Is there a yes for this answer? I would be the happiest person in this world to know it. But that Tantric himself told me, no, it cannot do without. Then the next question is, do the ways of Tantra match the claims made? This is like related to the second question that I asked. Do the ways of Tantra match the claims? They say this is for liberation. Do you really find any liberated kind of feeling in the uh, like Tantra ways, even when you start them, even when you practice them? Do you see that you are heading towards that point of life at any time? At any time, do you see that your physical clutches are going away? You are no more bonded by. I'm talking about spiritual aspect. I'm not talking about like, okay, I used to become very angry before. Now I don't get so much anger. Okay, not such kind of simple things I'm asking. I'm asking about bondages, like something that binds us, some attachments, some kind of like, no, I don't find it in a, at least in a positive direction. Okay, they become for Tantra, they might become like when they start tantric practices, they might be becoming more and more pro for Tantra and non-pro for the worldly activities, but that doesn't mean that they're doing it with a spiritual side of the practice. Okay, I don't feel so, right? So if it is a yes, then it is good. I'm not giving a, it's a personal answer that I'm giving. No, it doesn't match. For me, it didn't match. Okay, but for you, if it matches, you are very lucky. Please share that knowledge with me. Then the very important question that I asked myself after talking to a very very high level tantric, I just lost my own balance. Okay, about dharma and adharma. My own mind became one with, like, I started to believe that, oh, okay, even without dharma this is okay. Then in one website when I was reading, he was like, he made this claim himself, maybe he's a tantrika because he was like, the way he presented made it very clear that he was a tantric, practicing tantric. So the sense of dharma and adharma is not there, he says. He himself tells it. And even the tantric to whom I spoke directly, he also said, no, there is no sense of dharma and adharma. We are not worried about all that. Okay, so this is an and no again. Okay, so tantrics don't have a sense of dharma at all. What is good, what is bad, as per the shastra, as per the shastra for tantra is different. Tantrics don't take Veda. That is one more thing. They don't accept Veda as the main source of instruction. They don't take it that way. They only go by their tantra agamas and all that. They don't take the Vedic scriptures as the authority, like, okay, I follow Veda, I respect Veda, I do it. The tantrics themselves told me, again, I am not the one who is doing this claim. Okay, so I should have included that question as well. So let me include it in this very, like, in the form of speech orally. I didn't put it on the writing. They don't accept Veda. They themselves claim it. Okay, at least they don't give it equal. If they do respect Vedas, they don't respect it equal as a tantric agama. Okay, tantric agama is the most utmost for them. Okay, then the last but not the least question is, what are the kind of physical world events in the life of a tantric? I have seen that a tantric life is full of chaos. Yes, a perfect word I'm using. Yes, lot of chaos in his life. He's not clear with where he's going. I didn't see any kind of clarity of thought, what he's practicing, what he's doing to others, what he's doing to himself. Okay, how he's dealing with money, how he's dealing with power, how he's dealing with health. Okay, and the other attitudes, what he values, what he doesn't value. So all these things are full of like chaos as per the shastra, as I said, non-tantric shastra that the mainliners follow. So we have to put a big China wall in between both the things like tantra and non-tantra. So there is a bifurcation, there is a very big bifurcation in this. Okay, so their physical life events are full of chaos. I'm not saying this, the tantric himself told this. Okay, and he accepts it as a part of tantra. Like, lot of breakings happen, houses break. Okay, the houses get broken, the homes are shattered, lives are shattered. According to the main line, they are shattered. But Tantric says that is how Tantra goes. Okay, it happens in the Bhakti, it happens in the Vedantic, it happens in other spiritual lines. So I don't take it very seriously. But the main point I want to bring to your attention is, it doesn't happen according to Dharma. For a dharmic cause, if like Vibhishana had given up his brother's authority and he came to Rama, who is the brother's enemy. But in that way, we respect Vibhishana, like Ravana's brother. We don't say that he did anything wrong because he wanted to be with Dharma. So it was shattering a relationship that is born of a mother. But still, like, from mother, we are related with our siblings. So Vibhishana gives up that relation, so that is a shattering in his life because his brother asked him to just leave the place and he just insults Ravana, insults Vibhishana. It is not that kind of shattering that is happening in the life of a Tantric. There is a lot of difference, okay? So when India was fighting for independence, many houses got shattered. Many people left their homes for the cause of independence. I mean, to make India free from the clutches of the non-Indian rulers. that we were suffering a lot for like few centuries we were under the foreign rules and all. So then people left their homes and they fought for the freedom. So that kind of, it also shatters homes and all. And Shankaracharya himself left his home, his mother, his father. Some people had commented, oh, this is wrong. He should have taken care of his mother instead of going for his Shastra. Then we would have lost Shankaracharya at all. The whole concept is about, like, he's seen in a like dull light regarding Shankaracharya. Then I had put a question that, okay, what do you say about army people? Those who go to fight in the border. So don't we need an army? Don't we need a security? So that also shatters homes, that also like breaks homes and all those things happen in those, but it is as per dharmic values that we are given, and not the tantric values. So tantric values, we see that they are entirely different. So these are some basic questions I asked myself. Okay, and I found the answers, I shared them with you. You can match with your answers in this first part. Now let us go to the second part of this video, that is Tantra, the left way. Let me make it clear that as per my perception, there are two ways in Tantra also, the left and right. Okay. So there is a good Tantra, good consequence as per the main line. As I told you, as per the non-tantric evaluation. So my video is more like an evaluation for the Tantra, okay, the tantric methods and all. I'm just trying to evaluate, right? So there are two ways in Tantra also, which don't deal with the other things. So it's purely with purely going with the this thing, okay. So I have my answer for a no. In that the question, the previous question, this one, can Tantra do without five makaras? My answer was a no in the general sense, where I have seen the tantrics practically practicing all these things. But if you can see the left way and the right way, okay, so where the right way comes, I think it is possible. I think so. I didn't meet with any tantric who can make my yes a very strong yes, an authentic yes. I don't know, but my knowledge as per my, yes, there is a way, but I didn't. I'm yet to find that way and to meet with that people who can bifurcate between the left tantra and the right tantra. Okay, so in the like spiritual ways, we have always a very clear this between the left ways, and I have since my childhood I have been hearing the left ways and the right ways, the Vama and the Dakshina Achara, Vamachara, Dakshina and we always like were taught to not to look down upon the Vamachara, but stay away from the Vamachara at least. Not look down. Looking down is different. And they told us like our devatas are different and their devatas are different. That was my childhood perception, which I accumulated from my elders and all. But when I directly looked at the tantric devatas, I saw that there are Dashamahavidyas, there are other devatas involved who are in the right, like non-tantric ways also they are worshipped and all. Okay, so in the Dakshina also, like Lalita is a Dakshina Devi, but again, when we go to Pratyangira, Bagalamukhi, etc., they are all they are like Vama Devata. We can say that. Okay. So there is in part of in their worships also, there is a left Amsha and the right Amsha. That is the left part and the right part in that. Right means not opposite to wrong. And the left is not equivalent to wrong. Okay. I'm not equaling it. Please let me be clear here. I'm saying the left ways and the right ways only to separate these ways from the two directions, just trying to put it. Okay. So Vamachara, Dakshinachara. Okay. Then when we read Bhagavad Gita, one more, like this is my personally what I felt, because I do parayana of Bhagavad Gita almost regular basis. So then I came across the three gunas that are discussed, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Okay, so the third block of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters. So the first six chapters, second set of six chapters, and third set of six chapters, which includes the 18th chapter. Okay, so those six chapters, starting from the 13th, so they have enlisted the three gunas. It all talks about the Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna, and which food is Rajasic, which thinking is Tamasic, what kind of like Achara is Sattvic. All these things are like very clearly discussed. And when I found the tantrics doing their acharas, when they are following their rituals, when I saw them doing that, and they are most of the times using things which are non-pious according to the Dakshinachara. Okay, they are using certain objects and things which are very like they are looked down upon in the Dakshinachara. They should not be around at all, actually. So those things are being used in the tantrics, like bones, for example, human bones, skull kind of things, and all this. Like this, that's into dark sides of tantra. I'm not very much aware, okay, of them. But I've listened, I have heard from people that okay, these things are involved, and I read in some books as well. I read some staunch books on tantra and tantric. Some techniques are given, so in that they involve these things, and for certain effects they tell. So when I compare it with what Bhagavad Gita tells me, then they are all in the tamasic side. Okay, they are purely matching with the tamasic. You can read yourself Bhagavad Gita and find out. I'm not going to give you any kind of like quotations and I want to prove something academically. I'm doing a research on this. I want to give you some like directional, like very like this thing, directionally guiding you. It's not for that. Just what I have read, and Bhagavad Gita is with everyone. You can just open those last set of 6 chapters and explore and find for yourself. So the devatas are also very clearly mentioned. So he says that whichever devata you will like worship, you will reach that devata. That's all. And who worship me will reach me. That is a very pure point which have like cleared all my doubts. Okay, so he Krishna says it is not me. Okay, I am working through them, but only some part. Ultimately, it is me who is going to give you liberation. So who come to me will reach me, who go to them will reach them. That means there is a bifurcation. Okay, so you can understand yourself. The Tantra and Tantric claims are like this. Though they say they start with Shiva and Shakti, ultimately they are not with the main line deities of Shiva and Shakti. That is one more point I didn't include in writing, but it's an obvious thing. They do mention they all their discussion starts with Shiva and Shakti, but ultimately whom they are worshipping is not Shiva and Shakti, is neither Shiva nor Shakti. Okay, but her the powers of Devi, some kinds of some other powers are being worshipped. That's what I found out from my study. If I'm wrong, please you can always like stop me and say okay, no, this is wrong, this is a wrong claim, because they worship Lalita. I didn't see any Lalita photo anywhere. Wherever the tantric sadhanas are being made, I saw only like Dakshineshwari Kali and like these Pratyangira, Bagalamukhi, Dhumavati, and all these goddesses I have seen. Okay, so I didn't see any Dakshinachara Devata in that in their this thing. That's why if I'm wrong, then please correct me. Right then. So these are all mentioned, and one more source was Bhagavata. Luckily, like when you are connected with Sanskrit, you get a lot of opportunity to work with different Sanskrit texts from different sources. Okay, so I'm working on Bhagavata 11th and 12th skandhas. I have completed 10th skandha. Then here in that, in the 11th skandha, very clearly he says, the author Vyasa Maharshi, he is like clearly looking down upon the sacrificial ways. Like very clearly, I remember he is writing about the fact that out of physical world allurings, only to win something in the physical world, people are giving sacrifices of animals in a very high number. Okay, which I found with every tantric doing it. Okay, in the areas of where tantra is practiced a lot, they are not away from that. Okay, so when I compare this thing with that, Bhagavata says, no, don't give sacrifices in that big numbers. Okay, and the animals might curse you. I mean, you will have your cutting off their life in between. You're not letting them complete their lives and all. So this kind of argument is given in Bhagavata, whereas the tantric tells me that no, no, you are actually helping that animal from to liberate from its own. So who are we to take away life when we cannot give life? Okay, when we cannot give life, it's a woman that can give life to a baby. That's a different thing. But it is inside the body that vyavastha, call as a uh, what you call as a system is there inside the human body, that we are not consciously creating a life. So giving life and taking life is in the hands of Bhagavan, who is the creator of this universe. But when I see that these tantrics are, they differently explain this concept of Bali and all. Okay. Whereas Bhagavata tells against it. Okay. Then the next point is not mentioned as one of the six main darshanas. This is very important point that I have like. This was from my. I mean, I didn't read this anywhere, but when I was thinking, it was not mentioned. And in the discussions with someone, this point came to my mind that oh, it's Tantra is not mentioned anywhere in the Shad Darshanas. We have Sankhya, we have Yoga, we have Mimamsa, we have Nyaya, we have Vaisheshika, we have Vedanta. We have even Bauddha, Jainas also as like Nastika Darshanas, but we don't have Tantra anywhere. We are not studying it as a philosophy or a Darshana, what you call as like the ways of seeking God. We are not studying Tantra anywhere. Okay. So this is one more point I wanted to make. So this was like kept away by the mainliners. People always invite, ignored this way. Okay, it's not my way. Just let me keep away from that, keep a safe side from that. My father told me the same thing, my Guru Deva told me the same thing. Okay, just okay, don't worry about them, just go on your own, like mainline non-tantric way of dealing with the spiritual aspect of the life. Just don't worry about them. They never told me like what is wrong with that, or what is um, why only the right way is the right thing, why that tantra way is wrong. They never told me. Okay, after this, the very recent learning, after a lot of contemplation that I came across. Okay, and then I find that the tantric ways have great theory and practice gaps. So they say that this is for liberation. They say that this is Shiva and Shakti. They say that this is Bhoga and Moksha together. But actually, what they are using their tantric knowledge when they attain that state where they want to reach after a lot of practices, dikshas, japas, and going into levels. They have some samrajyas. They were telling me they were 16 levels in that. Okay, when they are reaching there, it's only their like shedding of their character, shedding of their dharma, shedding of their like humanness and all. I have seen that they are becoming more and more inhuman, not godly. Please don't mistake inhumanness as godliness. No, it's not a non-human being a god, but non-human being a beast. Okay, because lot of um, I dare call them, because lot of this got erased, lot of lines got erased in between. Okay, so I'm sorry if I'm hurting anybody's this thing. So I have seen that they have lost their grip over dharma, and this makes them very like dangerous people actually. Those who have even attained, if you have even attained all the levels of tantra, I didn't see any kind of spiritual depth in a person whom I was talking to, nor even the persons around him were who he claimed as, oh, these are my best shishyas and all. I didn't see any kind of depth in them in the spiritual line, like who can clear my spiritual questions. Okay, if I had any spiritual questions with me, oh, how to come out of this bond? Does he have these problems in my spiritual line? So how to clear them? No, no. So how to concentrate more on Bhagavan kind of things without like expecting anything? How can I become more and more natural? How can I become more and more? So these answers are there with my Guru Deva, who is non-tantric, but with tantrics, I don't have any. I mean, any direction or help getting in these lines. So there is a great gap that we have to accept. This is my personal experience, as I told you. This is my observation I have made that no, there is no uh, connection between what they say and what they do. Okay. Then the claim is in very high terms regarding the spiritual aspect. I'm not talking about the physical world. They are very advanced in the physical world results, but in the spiritual results, I'm talking about non-physical world claims that they are doing of the liberation. No, no, I don't think anything matched in that direction at all. Okay, so what they say is, oh, you will get this, you will get that. They allure a lot, and all these things happen. But ultimately, I see that, okay, I am not there. I didn't practice, I didn't go deeply, but they did, isn't it? The person who is speaking to me as a tantric has done that. Okay, and where he started his discussion, he didn't reach there yet, and he's not even thinking of reaching there. The main point I want to make that he's not even missing that point. He says that I'm already done. All my sins are gone away. He says it very theoretically, but I don't see that practical, that feeling which I get, because we can make a, when we reach a certain level, we can make out the difference between who is authentic and who is not. We can have that. Somebody who has question, at least I want to learn something about mathematics. Then when I go to a language expert, I get very sure that he's not the one I need. He doesn't have the answers for my mathematic questions because he happens to be a language person or a medical person. Okay, I have some medicine related questions and I go to a management person. I say, can you solve my this problem, my medical problem? Then the management person cannot do it. In the same way, we know when we are looking for some spiritual teachers, we know that tantrics are not the real guides in our spiritual pursuits. Okay, then the next thing is the sadhana in the right ways. Right is, as I told you, right and left ways. I'm not saying wrong and the right ways. So this is the right and left, but I now want to compare with the right ways. This is the next aspect of this video. Okay, so bhoga and moksha can never go together. That is our life experience. That we have seen that when you want mukti, what you have to do with bhoga? Exactly. When you leave bhoga, then you become mukta, isn't it? So mukta is getting liberated. It has nothing to do with bhoga at all. So one who is wanting a mukti, I want to come out of this bondage of my physical body, the rebirth, the redeath, all these things. I want to just come out of this. I don't want any parents. I don't want to be born again. I don't want to be like coming back to this earth again. Kshine punye matyalokam vishanti. So when the punya is gone away, I go to the swarga, then I enjoy all my punya. Again I come back to this earth. I don't want all that. I don't want punya, I don't want papa, na punyam, na papam, na saukyam, na dukkham, na mantro, na tirtho, na veda, na yajnaha, aham bhojanam, naiva bhojyam, na bhokta, chidananda rupa, shivoham, shivoham. So that is the attitude of a mukti seeking person. Somebody who wants a liberation starts from there. Okay? Manobuddhya ahankara chittani naham. He just negates everything. I'm not this body, I'm not this mind. I don't want anything related to this body or mind. What I want is Shiva. What I want is Bhagavan. What I want is Mukti. I myself am that Brahman. I am myself that. So I want that state. I don't want this. That is the attitude. Then why will he crave for a bhoga at all? So that is a very basic question we should ask ourselves before we think, okay, shall I go for Tantra? Shall I go for non-Tantra? Shall I go for this line, Bhakti line? Shall I go for a Jnana line? So what line I want to go, which way I want to see God through is like totally a very important question in life, where tantra becomes no. At least it doesn't come anywhere near this question when we want to take it up. So tantra doesn't answer this question. That's why though they claim it, they don't answer it. It's not a solution wise. Then so this was the first question I asked in the beginning of this video, human tendency and bhoga mentality. So we as human beings always have a, like when we eat something very tasty, we want to eat it again after a few, like depending upon the person's maturity, after a few days or after a few hours, again you want to eat something. This happened in my life. When I wanted, like I was feeling very bored, I wanted something to eat. Okay, I could not concentrate. Then like we believe that okay, if we eat something tasty, then our mind becomes fresher and all with that. Then again the craving started. Again my mind also bring me some more food, bring me some more sweets, bring me some more. I want to eat. My tongue starts asking me. When I hear beautiful music, I want more and more music. I want more. Oh, no, this, not this song. This is very sweet. Oh, what a Sangeeta, what a beauty. What is this? So I'm not talking about positive or negative things. The lust is there. The craving is there. The falling down for the physical world objectives is always there in the human being as a very natural tenet. That's what we are working to bypass. That's what we are working to cut off. And Tantra doesn't let you do it. Tantra doesn't let you, because they say you have to undergo the bhoga. You have to keep undergoing the bhoga for the moksha. So you are doing only one thing, either bhoga or moksha. They are two sides of a coin. I mean, they say that it's the same one, but no, they are like different. They are not. They cannot go. They can never meet. Okay, they can never meet, both of them. So there is no end to lust. This is our conclusion. So where lust is involved in the sadhana, what you call as, it's not sadhana at all where lust is involved, first thing. Okay, where lust is involved or bhoga is involved, indulgence is involved, then there is no sadhana. Sadhana is zero. Okay, according to the mainliners. But tantrics say that, oh, they go together, but I don't find any going together in that. Okay, so in the mainliner sadhana, we don't have anything like which stops us or which brings us. Oh, they always tell us, oh, just give up, give up, give up, give up, give up your give up your worries, give up your like attractions, give up your afflictions, give up your bondages. They ask us, just don't, don't value anything more than Bhagavan. Just look down upon everything that is in the physical world apart from your usage. I mean, how much is required? You need some food. Okay, just eat it. That's all. Whatever food you get, just eat it as a Bhagavan's prasada. From there, your sadhana starts. My mother told me, whatever is in your plate, it is a prasada. Prasada means the Bhagavan has given you after offering. It's an offering given to Bhagavan. Just take it, offer to Bhagavan and eat it. That's all. Whatever taste it comes out, it's like your karma for today. So that is our attitude in the sadhana. We are not craving for good foods. We are not craving for good clothes. We are not craving for great knowledge. Oh, I want to become great. I want to like explore. I want to become powerful. All that doesn't come in sadhana at all. Sadhana, it's a like opposite way from the world. Okay, so tantric ways are not compatible to the real sadhana that we are talking of in the spiritual sense. Okay, now we'll compare the right ways of the peaceful invoking, etc. Let us see. So how are you doing it in the non-tantra ways? In the tantra ways, there is a lot of like practices involved. There is a lot of like pulling and that like tying up and like bringing your mind into this like lot of struggle is there. Okay, but I in the sadhana, in the regular sadhana, which is non-tantric, I've seen it's going very peacefully. At least in my life, it is going very peacefully. Okay, I've seen others lives, sorry, i've seen I've seen others' lives also where it has been very like peacefully going. I see a lot of like inward growth in them. I see change in their like a good change in their words when they speak to me after later point of time. So time is bringing some maturity inside them, and it's peacefully going. They never like complain about the complaining nature comes down. They are not worried about the physical comforts around them. So it's like peacefully very much going, and it naturally shuts off. Like the physical world attractions shut off very naturally in the right wing of sadhana. And then no five makaras, the madhya, mamsa, the mantra, okay, and this matsya, okay, and mudra. All these five makaras are not involved at all. We don't have to do them. We don't have to eat mamsa. We don't have to eat matsya. We don't have to like do all that. Okay. But the tantric practices involve them. Okay. Those which are like the peaceful tantra, which doesn't involve the sacrifices and all, that's good. Okay. If it is there existed in tantra, which I didn't come across, as I told you before, if it exists in tantra, then that's very good. Okay. That's very nice. That is what we want. Then I have found stotras as very powerful mediums to attach with God, to get rid of our physical world discomforts for both things. Like I'm not healthy, for example, God forbid. Okay, when I'm not healthy, I get some illness. When I pray Bhagavan, when I read some stotra, in that fruit, it is the fruits, the benefits of the stotra, in that it is enlisted that you will get good health. Then yes, I am getting good health. For example, Surya Stotras give us health. I have been reading Surya Stotra for a long time and maintaining my health very well. Okay. So apart from this cold, because of the seasonal things, that happens very naturally. Even today, I was getting headache. I didn't take any medicine. I just prayed, Bhagavan, please bring down my headache. Even today, before some hours it happened, just few hours before, I was suffering with severe headache. I said, Bhagavan, please bring this down. Because of the weather, bad weather, I am having this. Then Bhagavan understands me and he pulls down that headache also from mine. So that kind of bondage is possible with Bhagavan in the non-tantric ways. The stotras are helping us. There are very powerful stotras like Vishnu Sahasranama. Okay, there are like Lalita Sahasranama is there, right? So where Devi is involved, there are all Tantra is involved is a bad thing. No, no, Devi is there without Tantra also. Tantras have Devi very clearly, that is there. But every Devi is not Tantra, that I want to make clear. Okay, every Devi and every this is not Tantra. Okay, that much let me make it clear. So stotras reading for Saraswati, for example, I want good knowledge, then I seek Saraswati's blessing. She has given me a lot of good knowledge and good understanding, good grasping, good holding, retention. All these are given by Saraswati. So all my needs are being attended by these people, by these devatas, Saraswati, Ganesha. Ganesha is removing my obstacles. Vishnu is giving me that bearing when I exist. All what is needed for existence, he is giving me all that. Hanuman is giving me physical strength. Surya is giving me a lot of health. What else is needed? Why do you want to go to Tantra? Okay. So best things, stotras are peaceful. Stotras don't have any dangerous ends. You don't have any bad sides of stotras. Okay. They are not mantras. Let me tell you, they are mantras in a very subtle manner, but they are not very like staunch mantras where you have to follow all the rules and eligibility, you have to criteria, you have to check and all that. Everybody can read all stotras. Stotras are very, very open. They are for everyone, for women, for Shudras, for Mlechas, for everyone. Stotras are like there. Okay, so this is like nothing stops you from reading a stotra. If it's a Veda mantra, you have to think twice. But no, with stotra, you can just go ahead with closed eyes. Okay. Then the bhakti and jnana, they are the ultimate like pillars of spirituality. Wherever you start, you have to come to bhakti. What I guess is, I don't have any authentic claim on this, but what I guess is the good tantra which we were imagining a good tantra where the five makaras are not involved and sacrifices are not involved. In that, when they culminate, when the tantric completes his sadhana and reaches to a point, I think he culminates with jnana and bhakti only, mostly bhakti. Okay, mostly it ends in bhakti, I think. Okay, I guess so. Okay, so when bhakti and jnana are the ultimate, even for tantra, then why not we start with it? Why not we start with bhakti and jnana in the in the beginning? So how it starts in the right ways, in the right side, non-tantric ways, how it starts? It starts with associating Bhagavan in your daily life, associating your needs with Bhagavan. Oh Bhagavan, I want this, I want that. Okay, then Bhagavan gives you. You feel happy, like our mother gives us food, father gives us money and protection. Bhagavan starts giving us whatever we seek from him. Then we develop some attachment with him. Oh, he's the giver. Then the next thing, oh, when he's the giver, what kind of person is he? What does he need? He needs our bhakti, that's all. Then we start doing it without asking for anything in return. Then it becomes a sadhana point where we slowly and slowly, more and more like coming in of God, more and more indulgence of God, Bhagavan, more and more giving up, more and more non-selfishness. Selfishness comes down. You become more open. You become more human. You become more loving. Okay, that was the thing I saw in the right people, in the people who are non-tantric, who are in the main line. I saw in them the spirituality makes them refined. The spirituality with jnana and bhakti is making them feel more and more at peace with themselves. They become more forbearing, they become more forgiving, they become more understanding. when you don't talk to them, even you look at them for some time, you feel that inward peace, as if something has gone away from your, like the heaviness has gone away from your mind. You experience all that with a non-tantric person, but with a tantric person, no. I didn't experience it with any tantric that I have met with. Okay. Then, so I have a set of books which are like at least 7 volumes in Telugu. My mother tongue is Telugu. So there in that he gives lot of bhakta stories, like in the who got liberated, who did lot of good things in their lives, and mm, who have been like examples in their life. They lived like examples. So 7 volumes of such books, like more than up to 200 to 300 to 400 pages each book. So each book gives us like so many stories of some great people, great saints of South India, from the non-India, like Telugus and non-Telugus, North Indians, South Indians, everybody. He gives the stories of women, of men, sadhakas, of like those who were Rama bhaktas, those who were Devi bhaktas, those who were like some kind of services they did in the name of humanity, in the name of Bhagavan. They did all great activities. They happened. Their lives showed some divinity in them. Some events that happened which cannot be explained by the physical world. For example, Ramadasu has been a great bhakta of Rama. His name was Gopanna. He became Ramadasu because Dasa is a servant of God. So he says, Rama, I'm servant of Rama. So he became Ramadasa. So he had like a lot of difficulties in his life, for which he sought Rama's help. Then one day Rama and Lakshmana came as human forms and helped him out. Nobody could explain where the money came from, which he was like in a heavy debt he was. Then he had to clear it. Because he could not clear it, he was put in jail. He was facing a lot of atrocities. Then Rama and Lakshmana themselves came and cleared his debt. So many stories are there. So many stories. They are not just stories. They are real life events. If you go to those places, those people will tell you. There are recorded history. There is recorded history. Whatever is being told by me in those stories, in the like Birudaraju Ramaraju, Birudaraj B Ramaraju is the person who wrote that those 7 volumes of books. Okay, so that stories don't have any tantrics. What I want to mention is I read those stories, most of them. Okay, I don't have any tantric there who is told as liberated by his like his ways, his own ways, by following the Tantra, by following the traditional ways in Tantra, he got liberated. I didn't find any. It's a big, bulky work where I don't find any such tantric things. Okay, but even if it is there, it is not in the left way. Okay, even when it is there, I don't remember any. But even if it is there, it will not be the left, like which includes all these like stupid. I don't say. I mean, I should not be saying it, but okay, all the like non mainline things, non sattvic things, tamasic things which are involved. Okay, so all that are not going to liberate you, or not, or that are not going to help you into that. Now, if you want to go into Tantra, after listening to all this also, after hearing this, you don't feel very convinced, because I am a non-tantric, I am a from mainliner, and I will definitely say good about mainline only, because you have already heard good about Tantra, you have already decided to go into Tantra, then what to do? Okay, the do's and don'ts. Let me just try to put it very simply. This is again my personal guidance kind of thing for those who want to indulge in that. So, Guru, please take a Guru. First thing, reach for a Guru. And the Guru, he should not be a commercial, money seeking, and exploiting kind of person who will look for his physical world benefits by taking you as a shishya, but extracting money from you, extracting your time and energies, and then misusing your indulgence into the like tantric activities and all. So you please take a good guru who is not doing such kind of exploitation. When does it happen? When you are open, when like, no, I want tantra. I just want it from someone, whatever kind they are. I just want to take it. Please don't be in a hurry. Please don't be in a haste. Please don't just think that every guru is the right guru. Don't think so. Just explore, find out, study yourself, uh, study your inward. Like when you are with that person, see, okay. So, what is the best thing that happens to us is the humans are given with that tendency. With the person with which you are, they generate the same feelings in us. So you just explain, observe your heart, observe your feelings when you are with a person, how what you are undergoing. Then you will know that whether that person is a correct guru or not. Then the tantrics themselves give the danger alarm. Whomever I spoke to, they always said, "Oh, tantra is too dangerous. Tantra has lot of dark areas where you may get lost. That's why a guru is a must." So to ask a guru, I said, "Okay, what you are saying is too dangerous. Then how to go about?" Then he said, "You are not doing it without a guru. Guru is there to guide you, which place you are going to in the mind, in the physical world, in the life where you are going, because the life might get like it's so dangerous that even more japa you do of something than the notified number, it is going to bring chaos in your life. It happened with me. Some time ago, I like long time ago, I went to a practice where they themselves told me, okay, only take this much. Like even the pranayama, if you do it without control, without like for a longer time than prescribed time, if you take a medicine more dose than the prescribed by the doctor, what happens? It's all dangerous. The medicine becomes a poison. The medicine will not work as a medicine then. Same thing happens in tantra also. Okay, so they themselves tell the alarm tantra is dangerous. No tantric will say tantra is easy. If he does, then bring him to me. No tantra is easy. Nobody will say. If he says that tantra is easy, then he is not the right tantric. Okay, tantra involves lot of dangers, and every tantric must warn the disciple about it. If your guru is doing it, then he's doing the right. It's dangerous. Okay, at least the warning should be given. Then the chakra awakening and the Kundalini Jagarana, I have seen Kundalini Jagarana, I have seen people doing it by themselves. This is too bad. And they don't know. Like there was one joke in my group, I always remember it. Except the person who is drunk, everybody else knows that he is drunk. Please listen again. Except the person who is drunk, everybody else knows that he is drunk. The person himself doesn't know. In the same way, the person who is doing this Jagarana kind of things without a guru doesn't know what dangers he is going to take up in his life. He is not aware of them. Everybody else is aware of the changes that is happening in him. He is becoming more restless. He is becoming more balanceless. He is losing his tongue. He is losing his. I have seen people. Yes, I'm not saying this without experience. This experience happened, and I asked them, what do you do? Do you do anything like related to this? They said yes. How did you know? I said it's very obvious. Okay, it's very obvious. You can just make out that imbalance in them, that they become unstable when you do it without a guru. I'm saying, okay, take the help of a guru and do it in the right direction. That's okay. Okay, and the guru should be high level one, not a ordinary one, which who has like we have gradations in our education. We first grade, second grade, third grade, or in India we call them class, standard, first standard, second standard, third standard. Like that, we have standards in the tantric gurus also. So go to a guru who is at the level of at least PG or PhD. Okay, best one is the PhD one. At least go to a PG postgraduate one. I mean, we call it like master's course. Okay, so at least get a guru at that level, not at the kindergarten or the first standard, second standard level. Okay, please avoid it. Then there are alluring ways. When you start tantric practices, you are like, you start to get some grips. For example, there is one Siddhi, they are running behind Siddhis, of course. Again, I didn't mention this word until now. So it's all about, Tantra is all about like winning some Siddhis, isn't it? So the Siddhis are very alluring. Then, like for example, whatever you speak will become true. Then you'll get attached to that. Oh, I got some power. Huh? So this power will make you fall in the sAdhanA way. That's why my guru told me, and my father also told me, and my like elders also, everybody tell us, Like when in sadhana, in even non-tantric sadhana, we get such siddhis, don't go for them. They come by themselves. My guru told me, I have many siddhis. I don't go, I don't even look at them. Okay, when I say something, it becomes true. That's why I speak very less. That's why I speak very correctly and very rightly, which is very proper. I speak. So I become more responsible by that siddhi. But tantrics, they're not responsible. When they are not doing it with the right guru who doesn't have a right attitude, then they are bound to fall down. This siddhi is going to work for your that the first siddhi itself will hit you hard and you will fall off your sadhana. You will fall off your sadhana. You are more attracted to that siddhi. You'll give up the japa, you'll give up the diksha, you'll give up the things and start attached to that. Oh, it will work, it will work. So that thing will be a pitfall for you. Okay. And let me bring in this very uncomfortable truth in the Tantra ways, because I thought very deeply and I have my own reasons why I'm putting this point here. And others also have told me who raised questions. I mean, who are the reason behind making this video? They asked me and they have given me a feedback regarding this, that yes, women are being abused in the Tantra. Okay, and I see it's very, very, very natural to get women, abused in this. They are misused. No tantric will say that it is bad. Like a slaughtering, like the animal slaughtering happens, the bali happens, and they say that this is for the liberation of the animal. The same way they treat women. Okay, and I have seen that tantrics are more man like oriented, more like feasible, more comfortable for men to practice than for women. Women tantrics, uh, there are women tantrics, not that they aren't there, but because the panchamakara, because of the five makaras that are involved, I don't want to explain all those things. So women abuse is very, very, very common and very like as a part of the tantra and all. So please, if you are a woman and you are going for tantra, then think twice. Not twice, but 20 times. Please think and better stop. After thinking the 20th time, stop. Don't go. Okay. So this is my personal advice. If you are a man and you want to do this, okay, you can still go without the panchamakaras, because someone had told me, oh, I'm a tantric, but I don't do the panchamakaras. That's good. One person had told me. I don't have more data on this, whether they do it, whether all do it or not. So I don't even touch the non-vegetarian food, he said. So if you're not taking mamsa, you're not a tantric. I don't know what kind of standards they follow, but definitely it's a dangerous area for women personally, because families get broken once the women starts doing these things and going for the tantrics and reaching out. Even not in tantra, I'm not speaking of tantra, let me be open. Women abuse is there everywhere. Okay, where the woman goes, that's why we are in India. In the Sanatana Dharma, I don't say even in India now, because India is a different term. In the Sanatana Dharma, women are advised to follow husband. Husband is the only guru who is very safe and who is very available to you in all the freely, like you can seek him freely and nothing will go wrong. Even if it goes wrong, it's not wrong with husband, isn't it? So women has to seek somebody for a guru, somebody for a like sadhana or some skill kind of things. She reaches other people and she starts to spend time with them, talking for a more time. You need like exchange of knowledge and exchange of energy. All these things involve, and the women is an easy prey to these activities. So that's why we are advised not to reach people like without knowing about them. Like anybody, you just go tell your problems and you fall into their sweet words and bring chaos to your life. I mean, physical abuse can happen, and like mentally you'll be tortured, and lot of like money will go away, and like values will fall down. You will just lose respect for what happens. When abuse happens, we don't just lose respect for that person, but for the method also. Like I have seen people who told me, I don't like mathematics. I hate mathematics. I said, why? What's wrong with mathematics? Then they said, my maths teacher used to be very strict. She would not explain anything much, or he would be like this. That's why I hate maths. So that is what is going to happen with your tantric this thing. Why hold bad for Tantra? If there is a good Tantra and Tantra can help you get liberated easier than other ways, then yes, you have every right to go into that through a good guru. And because you are a woman and you are getting abused by a, non-good, I mean, bad guru, bad person. A bad person cannot be a guru at all. We need not call him guru. The guide whom you have sought. Okay, if he's coming and abusing you, you will just not lose interest in your life and him, but also about Tantra and all the spiritual activities. You will just give up. You'll be afraid. Oh, shall I probe into this again or not? Okay, so those who are going ahead in this, even the abuse happens, even after the abuse happens, are like programmed. Okay, if you are a woman, you took Tantra, you got abused, and you are still feeling it's okay. That's what I said. The dharma and adharma, that line gets broken away. That's why even the women takes it very commonly. Oh no, what's wrong in that? What's having the like physical relationship with somebody because of the Panchamakara is a part of Tantra, it is natural. It's okay. It's quite okay. So she will start thinking like that. So for women, I just say, please stop. Even for men, please keep away from the activities, okay? Such activities as far as possible. If you are seeking Tantra, go for a good Tantra and avoid these things. That is my personal advice, okay? Then I say this because tantrics I have seen, they are behind money mostly. They are money making this thing. It's a fact. It's a fact. And not only tantra these days, whatever skill you have, even like I have seen that some people know good Sanskrit, then they start earning money, though with their little knowledge. Okay, so even they know something, some skill, some good skill is there. They start making money. And imagine Tantra giving you a lot of powers after some diksha, some after the invocation, after the practices. Then you got a lot of powers. Then you start to feel that okay, I should be earning more. Okay, this is going to give me a lot of money, a lot of power, and all this happens without your knowledge. Your mind is not even conscious like which direction you are going, because a tantric is not worried about direction at all. I have seen the tantric. I asked him why, what. This is no nothing wrong in that. Then when I just for an experiment, I just said I have some problem in my life. What to do? He said, okay, give me so much amount of money, I'll solve your problem. I said, why do you need so much money? Why can't you do it in lesser amount of money? And he said, no, all the five makaras are involved, so we have to do all these things. So you imagine why he is using his tantric knowledge. What for? Just for earning money and more power control. People submit to him. I have seen around, like when I was speaking to him, other people came and how they were dealing with, oh, they are saying, oh, he's an awesome person. I want your diksha. Please give me some, make me your shishya. Please, I'll be like obliged. So all those people were also craving for some kind of physical world objective in their mind, like money, like job, like something which was not fulfilled in their physical world. So they accept this tantric as a source of giving them that kind of need in their life. And that tantric enjoys that position, and he starts to like fall down for money and fall down for all these anybody. Just imagine somebody is giving you a great place, and don't you fall for it? Don't you feel, oh yes, I'm great, yes, I'm that. So all that feelings will come to you. And as a, if you are a like tantric, practicing tantric, then you will be like, oh, the people will value me. And if you are not a practicing tantric, you are with him as a like shishya, they said, oh, he's everything for me. Like he's going to solve all my problems. So that kind of misusing of that power happens. So there is no liberation again. There is no Bhagavan. There is no sadhana. There is no devotion. There is no meditation. Nothing. Again, this is working for the, even if they do all these things, they do japa, they do sadhana, they do the japamala, everything they do. But the objective in their mind is the siddhi. And once the siddhi comes, they start using it for money. And then the siddhi goes away and the money remains. The money will also go away. Anyway, money is not going to stay with you. But at one point of time, you will associate that money, that power, that value to yourself through those objects, not the tantra or the liberation with the liberation as a goal. Okay, so that goal is missed in life, right? Then you get a controlling attitude. Say, okay, I can make this happen like this. Just wait. You don't know whom you are speaking to. So we become arrogant. We get that siddhi. We feel that everything is in our hand. I can do anything and everything in this world. I can change anybody's mind. And they do it, the first thing they learn is to Vashikarana. They start to attract people. Yes, people will fall. I don't say this Siddhi will not work. This Siddhi will come, the Siddhi will work. But it will start making you a negative person. Because they will start come. They will not leave you. Okay. So once you get that Siddhi, other people are not going to leave you. They'll see because you're going to show it. As a tantric, you reached a position, you got a siddhi, you're not going to be silent after that. So people will find out that you have got some control, you have got some siddhi, then they'll start seeking your help. Oh, I want so and so person to be favorable to me. I want so and so tender to work out for me in my business. It's very important. So and so things happen. Then they start helping them out, and all this control happens. So here, what happens? They will not look for the person. The person comes and gives you money and you so dharma element gone away. So what kind of person am I helping? Is he fit to be receiving my help? The tantric never thinks that, because they themselves claim that there is no dharma element with us. They themselves write, they themselves say there is nothing right and wrong. The tantric whom I spoke to also said this. The website person also said that dharma is compromisable for them. Okay, because it's not the ultimate. Then the first things which happen is the politicians come to them, the businessmen come to them, the money makers. It becomes a hub. Like tantra success in tantra for a person. Like for example, I become a good tantric, then politicians will come to me. They say, okay, I want this election to be mine. I want this. I want to win this seat this time. I'll give you so much and so much money. Can you do something for that? And this tantric has told me that he has helped politicians. I said that politician is very corrupt fellow. How could you help him? No, nothing like that in Tantra. Then I said, you'll incur sin. You'll incur sin because you have helped him. And said, no. I have once Tantra, I accepted Devi as my supreme power, then nothing will happen to me. So it's a sheer dharma compromise. It's a sheer crossing line, isn't it? He's crossing the lines. So all these things will happen according to the at least main line. We are crossing lines. We are crossing. That's not a proper attitude in life. That you are helping a negative person win some powerful position, and he again misusing this position for money and downtroding the other people. All these things are going to happen because of you are helping him, and it's like giving money and getting passed in the examination. If a doctor passes an examination by giving money, he doesn't know anything about medicine. He puts a board and we all go to him. We don't get cured of our diseases. Instead, we get some poisonous things inside our body. We keep on visiting hospitals. We become a medically disabled. We physically we become very our life becomes very bad. So these things, like if a doctor can do that much harm without a authentic certificate, which is hard and it's not hard, and then he's going to do all these wrong activities in life. It becomes corrupt thing. Okay, this is my last point. I want to tell that easily earned things are easily lost. Okay, if you get money also, it's not going to stay with you. But instead of that, when hard earned, you crave for it. You are working very hard in the positive direction, the uphill journey. You have done all that. You have faced all that. You took all the challenges. You crossed them. Then you attain a place. Then you get a physical world benefit. Then you feel very happy. Tantra is giving you siddhis very easily. Okay, so that will remove the value feeling inside you. Oh, I can do it like this. So this thing which everything is in my click, everything is in here. So that thing will just shatter you in the spiritual advancement. It will not make you a good person, God loving or humanity loving, understanding and forgiving, forbearing. No, it will not make you anything of that. And we all know that sadhana is all about these things, not about money making, how much powerful you are. Okay, how many women you can satisfy by having physical relationship. No, these things are the value things. The tantric himself, gave this idea to me by telling that, okay, I have so much, even in this age I can do that and all. So it was very bad thing that I was hearing. I was not even ready to understand whether I was doing right thing by speaking to him or not. That was a basic question that came. because I had to clear some doubts, I took this thing. Okay, so please, you do it. I don't say that you don't go into tantra at all. You can you can go, but with a good attitude, with a good guru, you can quickly get liberation. If what they claim is right, then don't fall to these siddhis. Don't do it for siddhis. Don't do it for money and power. But for Bhagavan, you can use it always. But you should always be checking. There should be always a meter. There should be always something that keeps you on the track. Okay, I'm doing it according to dharma. I'm not crossing lines. I'm not saying, I'm not using, I'm not misusing these things. I'm going in the right line. So be careful about your life. Your life is very valuable. Okay, human life, like in our Shastra, they tell us that human birth is very costly. We have to do a lot of punya. We have to do a lot of punya to attain this human body. We cannot just misuse it for anything. It's not that we are not born again. We'll be born again. Of course, we'll be born again. But what will be born into as an animal, as a tree, as what, we don't know, because of our papas and our punyas. What the next birth will be, we don't know. So in this birth, we have got a good opportunity. Let us not misuse it. Okay. So go with Tantra. If you have a guru, if you have a liberation goal, if you are very clear with what you are doing, and you will know yourself where, if you are into a wrong way, you will yourself know, the alarm will start ringing. Then please stop there and come back to the main line, come back to the non-tantric ways. And you can always like freely worship Bhagavan. You can always, you don't have to like do all the panchamakaras, spend money and do a lot of like sadhanas which are very tough, which are very dangerous, where falling down is very easy. Okay, you need not be afraid of anyone in the right being sadhana. Okay, so with this, I conclude my video. Thank you for patiently listening to all this. Please think twice. Please think about your life. And even if one person is benefited by this video, I will be very happy. So with great thanks to my gurus, with great thanks to my parents, with great thanks to the people who have helped me to come to this idea regarding Tantra. I may be wrong, I may be right, I don't know, I'm not aware. I just wanted to share my personal opinions and knowledge which I have gained for the good of, for the benefit of people who want to do real sadhana. I'm not talking about siddhis. Siddhis you will get. In any tantric practice, the siddhis you will get very easily. I'm not stopping you from them, but I'm saying that they have a bad side in them. Be aware, because they will not tell you the bad side of it. No alcohol, no bar, like bar will tell you that alcohol is bad. No smoking persons will tell you that smoking is bad. No cigarette will tell you that it is bad for health. Though they write it on the cigarette box that cigarette smoking is injurious to health, but many people are smoking these days. Okay, but they should be aware that their heart, their kidneys, their vital organs are at dangerous, they are like in the danger of it. Tantra is like that. So you'll enjoy the smoking, you'll enjoy the drinking alcohol, you'll enjoy the drug, like drug addiction is there. You'll enjoy it like a drug addiction. You're not knowing that you're losing your body, you're losing your life, you're losing your vitality. Okay, all these things are going away from your life. So that's the caution point I wanted to make with the siddhis, with the sadhana regarding the Tantra. Shubhamastu, Hari Om, Namaste.